Right, I've got this one. You're not going to see a lot of it, alright? But I'm just going to do a little bit up the sides, just to have in the background. Oh, I just moved. Let's see how much I moved. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm so pleased that you could join me today. So, I'm just going to jump straight in. Last time we worked on a couple of page layouts, didn't we? And we're going to do it again because I've got a whole big journal to work on. 5 signatures. I haven't sewn them in yet because I'm waiting to have some pieces that will be sewn in. So yeah, I'm still got my pages loose at the minute. So I've took this page and I thought we'll do a couple of lovely layouts, and yeah, it'll just help us moving along while we're waiting for certain bits and pieces. So I've got my tray here with some trusty bits and bobs that I fancy using today, and yeah, let's jump right in. So I've got a lovely coffee stained invoice that sometimes I fold these up and tuck them in pockets and things for ephemera, but I thought I fancy this on the page. But first of all, I just want to do a little bit of ink and stenciling around, so just so that you've got the contrast. So let's grab our stencil. Right, so I've grabbed this stencil. You're not going to see much of it, but I'm just going to do a little bit in the background, going up the sides. Right, and again over here. Turning it up that way though, so we've got something looking a bit not the exact same. It's just going in the other direction. And you probably won't see much of this at all once I've got my bits and bobs going where I want to go, because I want to have some trims and that. It's just a little bit of interest to peek out from the sides. So I'm thinking of using the old invoice on the page like this. But before I do, I want to do some bits to this. So I had a look through my napkins and that. At first I thought I could decoupage this on there for it to cover the majority of the thing. But then for that very reason, I changed my mind, and I've got this piece from the one we used the other day that I absolutely adore. So I'm going to use part of this, because this one this napkin has just touched my heart. You know when you use something and you think, that is one of my favourite things. Well, this little napkin and these little images, they're some of my favourite things. I absolutely love them. I'm just coming in a bit with my wet because I don't need the napkin quite so far away. I want to go up to the edges of my pieces that I do want, and again in here, only taking little bits off, but yeah, it's just what I want to do. So I'm trying to get the bottom bit off here, and yeah, that is absolutely adorable. I just love it. And I was thinking of having it probably going up that bit. Oh, it is gorgeous. Right, let's get some Mod Podge on it, or Not Podge as the case is. Oh, give it a good old shake. And yeah, we'll go up this side. So, how are yous? I hope you're all alright and having a nice week. I'm a bit excited because Jamie's card weren't working, right, stopped working before Christmas, end of October, beginning of November time. Yeah, since then we haven't had any wheels. He tried 1,000,001 things trying to get it fixed, and that various people have looked at it. He spent about a month tinkering on it with his mate all through December. Still no car, no joy. In the end, had to scrap it, and we didn't have nothing. But yeah, he's just got another one, so I'm all a bit excited. I haven't seen it yet, because Jamie and I don't live together. We spend a lot of time together, but we've got our own houses. But yeah, I really love that. I'm so excited. I'm hoping that later on today, he'll come and get me and I can go for a little spin. So yeah, I'm a bit excited about that. Right, I'm just going to pause because my heat tool, I'm waiting for one of my sons to drill me a hole from my living room to my dining room where I am, so I can have an extension lead here for my heat tool and things like that. But at the minute I've got to go over there, so I'll be right back. I am really happy with how this has turned out. So yeah, it just looks great. Where's my dobber? I just want to get rid of any little white bits. And I've already inked around the edge, but I think I'm going to do it again so we've got more definition of that edge on next to the page. And then once we stick it down, then we're going to decorate around it, on it, everywhere we can. So let's see what it'll look like on our page. Now, like I said, you won't really see the stenciling, but I just wanted a little bit of something in the background. Right. Now, I think, given that it's a bit wrinkly and that anyway, I might even stick this on with Mod Podge, or Not Podge, like mine is, and give it a little blow dry, really, because it's so thin. It does feel more like sort of tissue-y, and yeah, I think it'll really bubble. So, right, I've left the paintbrush over there in water with near where the heat tool is. I'm going to go and do that and I'll be right back. Right, I've brought the brush back with me in case we need it for anything else. I didn't go over the top, I just flipped it over, gave it a right good old coat of my glue, and then just pressed it firmly down. So now we've got our lovely page, and let's see. Now that is very nice. I wonder, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure where there is any. I'm going to find some. I'm going to reinforce this back with a piece of acetate so that when I attach it to my page, although it will look like just a delicate doily, it's reinforced from behind so that it can be a pocket. I've done it before, not for ages now, ages and ages ago that I last did that technique. But I just remembered it and thought, yeah, that is what I need if I'm going to use this delicate doily, but have it be useful as well, because it's going to be a little pocket. Because I've stuck this down, I didn't leave any opening like I would do. Say if I was using another glue, I might just go around the edge. But with this, I coated the whole of it because it was so delicate. It was just beginning to feel like tissue, especially where I decoupaged and then sanded. It was even thinner. Right, so this will be on our page like that. Not all of it, but it could be like a little tuck. So I'm going to grab some of that if I can find it. Right, luckily for us, I have got a bit. I think what I'm going to do to get a nice clean cut is cut it out with my Big Shot. Just cut a circle slightly smaller than this. I know it's very difficult to see when using clear items. I am sorry, but I do think it's worth it. Right, so I used this die, which is just like a plain circle die. It looks like it's a stitch. and it around the edge, and it's the exact same size pretty much, other than the little tiny frill of the doily. So just in case it wouldn't cut through, it probably would have done, I just put it on a bit of book page and sent it through. So now I've got that, it's reinforced. I cut a tag out of it earlier, and I just used the rest. It looks like a tax disc, doesn't it? But I can save that and use that for something else. Or I could put it behind here to reinforce it, now it's the right size. But I think just using this acetate, that's all I always used to do, and it would reinforce it enough. So I want to get that stuck nicely to there first. And just go all around the outside. I don't know why I've grabbed this glue, because this one ain't really got much in it. I was just using the last bits of it, but I've grabbed it now, so that's the one we're using for a minute. Oh, there's the other one. Oh, there it is. Right, and let's place on our tax disc, our acetate rather. If you're not in the UK, you might not have had them, but when we would pay our car tax, they've abolished them now. You do it all online and it's all computerised. But you used to have a little disc like this that you got from the post office, and then there was a little holder that went on your what do you call it, windscreen, and you had it in there with the date that it runs out and that. But totally boring piece of information there for you, who cares? But yeah, that's what I was on about when I was saying about a tax disc. Right, so we've got that on the back, and so it will reinforce our doily enough. And all I'm going to do is put some glue around this bit, so that then I've got, oh, and a tiny touch there, and then I've got a tuck in there, kind of. So we want to go around, and I am coming off the page a bit, so let's get in position so that I know where I need my glue, and around to there. And so once that is dry, we'll have a little tuck in there for a tag or a little journaling card, something nice. And this bit can be popped somewhere else. Right, I like that. It's coming along really nice. Let's get this side with some ink on. I don't know why I'm doing that. You're not going to see it because it's, what's it called? I'm going to put some trim down here, but I'll just show you our letters on the little tags I was cutting from book page earlier, and it will pop in nicely. Something bigger than that would have been a bit better, but I haven't got anything big enough but thin enough. Oh yeah, look, that, it's sort of, you can see now where that's a nice tuck. Okay, so I want some trim down the edge, and I've got 1,000,001 offcuts here in my scraps. Oh no, that might be nice. I like the difference in the coloration, like the, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so our page has curled a bit with our glues and whatnot, so I'm just straightening that out. Obviously once it's bound into a book it will be perfectly flat, but at the minute it just needed a little bit of encouragement to get how I wanted it. Right. No. Oh dear. Right, so I'm going along this edge and I want it hanging out, so you've got some nice fluff along the spine, bits and pieces of fabrics and whatnot, trims. Okay, so come up here. Now it's sometimes quite tricky to get a straight line when you've put something on the wonk beforehand, because your brain, well my brain, always wants to line up with, like, to get a nice neat line with the other thing, but the other thing is on the wonk, So, do you know what I'm saying? Am I only making sense to me? I'm not sure. But, yeah, my brain wants to line up with that, even though my straight line is going from top to bottom, hopefully. And it's not. Right. Now, if I flip it over, that, yeah, that's pretty much straight. We're going to have something else as well, another bit of trim along that edge, possibly. I don't know why that's doing that. Why is that curling like that? I don't like it. Maybe it's just the way it's drying. No, I'm going to lift this and re-stick it because that is doing my brain in. Right. It's because it's a bit stretchy, and I must have stretched it while it was wet, because look, it doesn't exactly go right to the end. However, right, I'm going to lift it completely because, don't worry about that, you can't see it, and it's not part of the pocket. I'm going to redo it again from the beginning because I pulled it too tightly. And I don't want it, and I'm going to go in just a bit from the bottom because I am going to have something else, and then just gently all the way to the top instead of trying to stretch it, and then it makes the page curl when it wants to retract again from where it's been stretched. So after that little calamity, now we've got it lying flat, and I know it's not right at the top there, but I am going to have something else in a second, so don't worry too much about that. Right, so I think I kind of like that, although I've got something else in mind and I'm not sure it will be the right shade. This I wanted to use one, not just that, I've got other bits in here. I wanted to make up a flower for this top corner. So now, yeah, I don't think that blue is the one for us. Lovelies. Right, I've got the little offcuts. I went through my offcuts, like my coloured offcut box, and got out all the blues and separated them, or most of the blues. I'm thinking maybe that. I know it's not a frill or nothing, but it's really lovely, and I am going to have another frill going across the bottom, so I think this might be quite perfect for what we want. So I've got a stray bit there, and top to bottom would be like that, or like that, and then you would see that tiny little coffee dyed kind of bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because there is going to be something at the bottom anyway as well. So, oh, I went a bit wonky there with my glue, but it don't matter. Right. Top to bottom. That's a really lovely colour. It really is. I think it's adorable. Something just made a noise, and I have no idea what that is. It's not a noise my phone normally makes. So, oh, it might have been the laptop behind me. I really have no clue where that came from. Right. Oh, that is so pretty. And now we'll do the flower that I had in mind. So I did think this, but then that's a bit bulky, and I had another idea that I think's better. So, hang on. Oh, where's the smaller? I did have a smaller one. I sprayed these myself. They was white, but I sprayed them with my alcohol inks, and I really like how they turned out. Right. What I thought was to layer up the flower like that, and we could put a pearl or something in the middle. Yeah, I'm really liking that idea. And I've got a couple of flat back pearls. Right, I'll just assemble it off of the page. Have I got that over? Yeah, I've got it the right way. We'll have that one. Oh, we want it slightly off centre, that's it. And then this one, like that. Oh, we're moving. That's it. And then, oh, this glue is ever so funky. We'll have another blob and our flat back pearl. Oh, if I can pick it up. Oh, in the middle. Right. Oh, that's lovely. And then we've got a choice of, do I want a leaf behind it, or not? Right, that's with leaf. Sorry, with or without? Without. I'll do it without, because what I'm thinking, I've got some pearls, and now I like the small. Obviously I won't go right to, like, you won't see them unless I come far down, but I do kind of like the idea of them hanging out the bottom, or to the side, like that, exactly like that. Right. We'll use the last of this gunky glue. And then the flower will hold it in place if we give it a generous lot of glue. Right, get this lid on because it's out of control, that one. And we'll have our flower like that. I do like those little pearls coming out the bottom, and I do like my flower, and now it's glued in place, these ones can have a little bit of life, just teasing them off of being so flat to the page. I know they're going to be bound in a book, so they will be flat, but it just gives a bit of movement. So when you're opening and closing, now that pearl's there, it won't be squashed flat. So yeah, it's nice to give them a little tiny lift, even though it is only a tiny bit. But yeah, I like it a lot. And so, right, we've got a pocket here that needs something in it, and I've got a little something here that I could decorate with as well. I'm going to grab a bit of cheesecloth. And we'll play about with that. Right, that's way too much. We want a bit, probably like this. Probably, I'm saying, because who knows, cheesecloth and me ain't great friends. I start teasing it into the kind of shape I want it, and then I found that, well, I normally find that I get too enthusiastic and we end up with nothing. But because I keep pulling fibres and pulling them, and my piece gets smaller and smaller. At first it gets bigger and bigger, doesn't it, as you're stretching out the weave. But yeah, with me, bless, I get carried away, so I'm going to stop touching it, and I'm just going to glue this little picture frame kind of image. I cut it off some kind of packaging that I liked, and yeah, it's like a little picture frame with flower in that, and it's perfect because the flower's kind of purpley, a bit like that one, and it's got a butterfly, which we all like butterflies, surely. And yeah, it just brings the colours together a little bit. Now, no, I've stuck it to the cheesecloth and not the thing. So, because I didn't put any glue on the cheesecloth, I just want our little image to hold it in place. And I think I want it kind of leaning this way, not that way, onto my trim here. And now I can sort of work out what kind of size we need our tag. So, have I got any? Those ones are way too small. Right, let's grab one. Right, I've grabbed a nice bit of paper, and sorry, just grabbed my cutter. It was over there from something else. So I'm just gonna cut a little trial size, see if that fits. Now to slide right in, it needs to be a tad thinner. I think that will probably be fine, but not as tall. And it might not even be this paper, I might decide on something different, but that's roughly our size. Oh, I said not as tall, didn't I? I've broken the cutters as well, dropping them on the floor. Okay, so yeah, something that size is perfect. Yeah, I don't know about this though. That can be perfect for something else if that's what we want to do. I'm maybe thinking a bit of this. This is really sturdy. Packaging from somewhere. I can't remember. Right, remembering we've got only a little. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've just got to put that part of my cutter down. Right, okay. Otherwise, it won't cut straight lines. This is slightly thinner than the one I just cut, but I like it. So let's try that out for size. Yeah, that fits in kind of nicely. I think I want to take the sliver off the top. Oh, and I think I did that wonkily. I felt it move. Well, let's just make it into a tag. I think I need to sort that out myself. Just get that sliver straight. And we'll get our little tool. And I'm using the smallest guide that I've got cut. just to take the corners off. Right, and we'll have an hole. I'll do that first so that I know what kind of space I'm playing with. I'm not going to set the eyelet though, in case I want something going up and covering, like an image going on past where I've cut my eyelet hole. So yeah, I'm really excited about Jamie getting a new car. It's not new, but it's going to be a runaround that he's got until he can get a better one. And I am over the moon because I am really fed up of traipsing around in the winter on buses and waiting for the bus and everything. It's just a little bit tedious when in a car it'll take me 5 minutes to get round his house, whereas it can take me like 45 minutes to an hour if I've got to wait for buses and change buses and all that. I'm just looking at this, trying out different, maybe them 2 little birdies there. I think I might have them. Right, we're getting a bit of a mess going on here. And I can't concentrate with all the mess. Right, so we don't want the lighting. We literally just want a little bit of birds. I don't know how much will go. Yeah, I said I didn't want any writing, so we get rid of that. And yeah, I'm just going to have the little birdies like that. I really like them. Oh, did you see that? Good job I was going to be gluing it anyway. If that was my page laying there, I would not have been very happy. Way too much glue. Well, I've got excited. Calm down, woman. Nice and calm. That's it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to dry them off. Get that away from her little face. Oh, that's so pretty. I will be 2 shakes of a dog's tail. Right, so that is all nice and sanded, and I just inked around so that it blends in nice. Fits in lovely in our pocket, and it can, we can do it all on the back. I'm just going to ink around the back a bit. These markings just from the wet glue and what have you, so we'll just ink around. You can write straight on there. I'm not going to back it with anything, it don't need it. And I want a nice little bit of trim. Oh, that's it, I couldn't get it in. Right. And that little, oh, this has just leapt straight out and it's perfect. Oh, it goes on and on and on. Right, I need a little bit. Let's grab that there. Still too long. And perfect. Lovely, lovely page layout there. That hasn't really took us long at all. And we've filled the whole page and just, I think, made it look lovely. So, that done. I want to do, oh, I've got a little bit of glue. That's it. I want to do another page layout and then we'll be good to go. Right, so earlier when I was doing this bit, I had out this piece of napkin, didn't I? And I do really like that, but I didn't want to cover up the whole of my invoice because I had other plans for it, which I love. Actually, what I'm just going to quickly do is just, oh, carefully ink these petals, because the top one looked a bit too bright. That is a lot better, I think, in my little humble opinion. So yeah, I really liked this, but I didn't want to hide everything. But on this page I can. Now I've got one that I've already cut out, the dragonfly and the butterfly, because I was using small elements. Oops, I've just moved that and took half of my little bits and bobs. Half of my little ideas that I've got, I took them with me. So I've got this one that I already used, the other pieces, because what's the thing that I did do? That's it, when I was altering puzzle pieces for, do you remember the Tracy Fox little, her Facebook group challenge? We was all altering puzzle pieces last year. And oh, that was great fun. I might even do one for this journal, because I really did enjoy it at the time. So I'm just getting rid of the bits I don't need. And I'll tell you what I should do before I go any further. I should get a bit of washi and take off what I don't want at the back. So that's only one layer. Right, get rid of that. I don't know if we're sticky enough. Yes, we are for the other layer. Oh, and I've got to be more gentle. That's why I've done it now, before I've got too many little delicate little offshoots leading away, because I don't want to tear anything. I'm going to take off that butterfly. I might still use her, but for now she's got to go over there. And where was I up to? Oh yeah, I was getting rid of this bit over here. Not long now and I'll be ready. Just gently taking away a bit off the bottom, because I don't want that either. So that gives us a lovely flower there, and I am going to come up here because I've got plans for a pocket, so we can use all the flower and have it quite high up. So yeah, I'm all good to go now. So I'm going to open up my double page. I'll be careful with my butterfly, put her to one side, and grab that paper. Sorry, I thought I'll run as quick as I can over there, or hobble as quick as I can. Good job it was only there. Oh look, and I've got all bits of glue coming off everywhere, and I want to get some glue on the page, and then carefully, oh remember love, carefully place my flower, and then just gently working outwards with my brush. Get this gorgeous napkin in place, and it is beautiful. I love it. So as you've probably guessed, I've got a bit of a blue theme going on through this journal, but yeah, not overly like it's all blue, but just a theme throughout, and some really delicate combinations of blues and ivories with the papers that I'm choosing. So I'm going to dry this off. Now our flower's dry, and with the smooth side of my nail file, I'm just going to go over the flower, any creases that I see. That bit looks still a bit wet. Right, our napkin has dried out. Fabulous, I get over the wrong way. And yes, it's all nice and dry. This side is going to be a lot quicker than this side because I've already got this, and it's a piece of snippet roll that was made for me by my lovely friend Denise an age ago, and I've been holding it all this time. I've been holding this, and this is a small part of it, but I thought it's so lovely, and the colours are right up my street with what I'm doing with this journal. But I'm going to put some lace at the bottom, but not over it, under it. So I'm just going to neaten this edge. And I'm not gonna make it too busy on this one. I've got a lot going on that one. Obviously they're not going to be near each other in the journal once they're bound in. But yeah, on this one, I just want my... I'm going to glue it on because I'm putting this bit under. So that will be glued onto the paper. That will be on top as a pocket, and we'll have all this fluffy loveliness hanging out of the bottom. So let's get some glue on here, and I'm just gonna glue. Oh, I went a bit mad there. Oh, it's gone up there a bit, but it won't matter. I'm just gonna pull that down with the lace, and just this elasticated bit at the top is what I'm gluing on. I don't want that big long thread, I don't know where it's coming from, and I'll just check that it's straight down here, which it now is, all coming out the bottom, all lovely. And so I'm just going to trim that. Oops, trim that there, and pop that back where we got it from. And then we've got our nice fluffiness hanging out, and then this is going to be our pocket sitting over the top. So I'm going to glue onto the fabric this time. This snippet roll is just gorgeous, but I've been holding it for ages. There's been loads of projects that I've thought, oh, I could use a piece of that, but I've just been hanging on to it. But I really want to share it this time with what I'm doing. I just think it'll look lovely. So there it is, there. We've got a nice pocket. And our gorgeous flower, and our lovely, gorgeous fluffiness to come out of the bottom. I really do love that. I'm not sure if I want a little bit of stencil. Actually, at this time, I think I don't. I've got a few bits ready made. I've got a journaling card that's a bit of old Edith Holden book. And I've got an altered guest check here with just a little tag there made out of paper, like book page. And this one's just a little cardstock one. It's got a little fabric ticket on by Tim Holtz fabric. And I've also used that there. And then the little pocket that I've done at the bottom was a little like napkin. An old one. It's not vintage, it was just one. They was brand new when I bought them, and I just coffee dyed it and made it look old, and then it's got lace and trim on it there, and so I love them like that. And I really don't think I do need to do anything else to this page. So we've got our 2 pages, our layouts, very different again from one to the other, but once they're all in the journal, I think they're going to be fabulous. So it just goes to show you can put loads of stuff on and that, or you can just do one or two things like putting on your pocket and your bit of thing. For people that don't write a lot, you know, covering up some of the pages in this way is really handy to them. But yeah, I just like it so that you've got a good old mix, like about half and half in a journal, of lots of nice stuff going on, or say 3 to 1, like lots of room to write, and then maybe a quarter to an half of all this, you know, and little places to write. I like little places and hidden places and things like that. Not that I've done that today, but yeah, we've reinforced our pocket. And that, if you're going to use a doily, like, you know how delicate they are anyway, and then if we coffee dye them, it makes them even more fragile. But that lining it with a bit of acetate so that it can't be seen, it really does reinforce the pocket. So if you're going to take anything away from this, that I would say is today's top tip. But thank you very much for joining me. I've had loads of fun doing this with you, and I hope you liked the couple of little pages that I did today, and hopefully soon you'll be seeing it all together. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all loads. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back very soon. Bye loves, bye.